It's Q101, Merritt's Music Mix. Corey joined by Ava Dean, the new, what would you call yourself, Ava?
Coordinator.
The new coordinator for Merritt's Winter Shelter, and that's a new distinction this year. Last year we were saying emergency cold weather shelter, no longer.
Yes, the BC Housing has determined that because of our statistics and because of the weather we've been having, that once we open November 1st, we don't have to close until March 31st, and that's really nice.
And you, as well as Terry Baker, are taking over the coordinator duties this year, and that's the house right beside 7-Eleven on Nicola Avenue. That's where the winter shelter is. Tell me a little bit about this and what it is that in your day-to-day, can you go through that for me?
Okay. Well, a little bit about the winter shelter. We open at 5 for our guests and close at 8:30 in the morning. If it gets really cold, we'll apply to BC Housing for 24-hour-a-day funding so that people don't have to go out when it's really, really cold.
Mm-hmm.
We're open till 8:30, and Terry Baker and I come in at 8:30 in the morning, and we will work with any of the guests who've come in who have long-term housing needs. It's not kind of your home away from home for the winter.
Right.
What we want to do if somebody really needs it long-term is we have federal funding separate from BC Housing for working during the daytime. The federal funding targets people who are chronically and episodically homeless.
Okay.
And people who have a real difficult time in maintaining housing because they don't have the skills. And it's really hard for them to connect to the other services because sometimes their behaviors are a little bit disruptive and a little bit problematic. Terry and I will take referrals from the shift captains who've been working overnight, and they'll let us know, gee, this person is homeless, they're looking for housing, they're having the kind of difficulties that you guys can help them with. And then that's Terry and my job during the day.
Well, let's talk about that. And I'm speaking to Ava Dean. She's one of the coordinators for the winter shelter that opens its doors this afternoon at 5 with volunteers and donations. We talked a little bit before we jumped on the air about what it is that the winter shelter can use. Let's talk about that.
The community of Merritt has been exceptionally generous to us over the years. They have just stepped up and given us everything we could possibly want. We have lots of winter jackets for both men and women. We have lots of winter clothes, particularly for men. They're the ones who tend to need it. So we don't need any of those. Please pass those on to the food bank and other places that can use them. We do need blankets, but blankets have to be single size and washable.
That's the big word, washable.
Yes, everything that we have has to be washable. Because the folks that are coming in, especially tonight, they come from a number of different homeless camps in Merritt, under the bridge, in some of the abandoned buildings. And so when they're coming in, they haven't had a chance to see a shower for months, probably, or a laundromat. So everything that we use has to be washable. And for example, we need bath mats, and not the really nice fluffy ones with the rubberized backing, but the ones that are terry towel or cotton that we can throw in the washing machine every day.
Okay.
Other than that, we're doing pretty good. We have donated sheets, donated pillowcases. We can always use fresh pillows.
Sure.
And especially those nice pillow covers that mean that we can take them off in the morning, throw them in the washing machine, put them back on the pillows, and keep the pillows sanitary.
And then what about people power?
We need volunteers, absolutely. We have a great roster of shift captains, and we have a beginning set of volunteers. But because volunteers, we give them a bit of appreciation in terms of some gift cards from Walmart or other places. but our volunteers basically get paid 25 cents an hour.
Right,
So
yeah.
they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, and we don't want to wear them out.
I'm speaking to Ava Dean, one of the coordinators for the winter shelter, opening its doors this afternoon too. We've spoken about what you need volunteer-wise, donation-wise too, and what the shelter's all about. How, if somebody's listening to this and they want to get in touch, how can they get in touch with you if they want to participate or donate?
We have a cell phone, 250-280-6101, and you can call and leave a message there. Can I just add something?
Yeah, absolutely.
The winter shelter is not just for people who are absolutely homeless. If there's a stranded traveler on the highway, tow truck drivers will bring them into us. RCMP will bring them into us. We cannot take children. We're not set up as a facility for children. Okay. We can take adult men and women. If it's a family, we will try and find somewhere for them to go. Perhaps if it's a woman and children, the transition house might have some beds for them. If it's necessary and we can do it, we'll have some arrangements with some local hotels where we can make sure that they're covered.
Ava Dean, she's one of the coordinators for the winter shelter. I can honestly say I've learned so much more about the shelter just in the few short minutes that we've spent together. It's a wonderful service that you, Terry Baker, and your staff and volunteers are providing. Let's give out that phone number one more time.
It's 250-280-6101. The
winter shelter's doors open this afternoon at 5 o'clock every single day until 8:30 in the morning, and that runs all the way through the winter until the end of March. Ava, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.